Hey, Jason, you seemed a bit off today at school. Is everything okay?
Not really, Mike. I got bullied today, and honestly, I don't know what to do about it. It's not the first time either. It's been happening for a while now.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Jason. That's awful. Do you want to talk about what happened today?
Yeah, I guess. It started in the morning. I was just minding my own business, trying to get to class, and then a group of guys came up to me. They started pushing me around, calling me names. It wasn't anything new, but today, it just felt worse. I didn't know how to react. I just froze, and they laughed at me. I felt so powerless.
That sounds terrible, Jason. No one deserves to be treated like that. Did you tell anyone about it, like a teacher or someone in authority?
I didn't. I was too embarrassed, and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. Plus, I'm worried that if I tell someone, it might get worse. I don't want to be known as the guy who can't handle his own problems. But at the same time, I don't know how much more of this I can take. It's really starting to get to me.
I understand your concerns, but you shouldn't have to handle this alone. Bullying is a serious issue, and it's not something you should have to deal with by yourself. There are people who can help you, whether it's teachers, school counselors, or even your parents. They're there to support you and make sure you're safe.
I know you're right, but it's just so hard to take that step. I keep thinking, what if they don't take me seriously? Or what if the bullies find out I told on them? I don't want to make things worse for myself.
Those are valid concerns, Jason. It's normal to feel scared or unsure about what to do. But think about it this way. By telling someone, you're not just helping yourself. You could be preventing them from doing the same thing to someone else. Bullies often pick on multiple people, and standing up to them might encourage others to do the same. Plus, schools usually have policies in place to handle bullying, so it's not just on you to fix the situation.
I hadn't thought about it like that. I guess I always felt like it was something I had to figure out on my own. But you're right, I shouldn't have to deal with this by myself. The thing is, I'm not sure who I should talk to. I mean, I get along with some teachers, but I'm not super close to any of them. And I don't know if my parents would really understand. They might just tell me to toughen up or ignore it.
It's tough when you feel like you don't have anyone to turn to, but I think you'd be surprised at how supportive people can be when you open up to them. If you're not comfortable talking to a teacher directly, maybe start with a school counselor. They're trained to deal with these kinds of situations, and they can help you come up with a plan. As for your parents, they might not understand everything you're going through, but they care about you and want to protect you. It might help to let them know how serious this is and how it's affecting you.
Maybe I could try talking to the counselor. I've never really spoken to them before, but I've heard they're pretty good about handling this stuff. I just don't want to feel like I'm making a big deal out of nothing, you know? It's like, I'm not getting physically hurt. So is it really that bad?
Bullying doesn't have to be physical to be serious. Emotional and verbal abuse can be just as damaging, if not more so. It can really take a toll on your mental health, your confidence, and your overall well-being. Just because you're not getting physically hurt doesn't mean it's not a big deal. Your feelings are valid, and you deserve to be treated with respect. Don't downplay what you're going through.
I guess I've just been telling myself to suck it up and deal with it. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that it's affecting me more than I want to admit. I've been feeling anxious, and I've started dreading going to school. That's not how it should be, right?
Absolutely not. School should be a place where you feel safe and supported, not somewhere you dread going because of how you're being treated. What you're feeling is completely understandable, and it's important to address it before it gets worse. Taking action now can make a huge difference in how you feel and how you're able to cope with this situation.
You're right, Mike. I think I've just been trying to convince myself that it's not that bad because I didn't want to deal with it. But it's clear that I can't keep ignoring it. It's starting to affect everything, from my grades to how I feel about myself. I think I need to do something about it, but I'm still scared.
It's okay to be scared, Jason. It's a big step, but it's also a brave one. You're taking control of the situation instead of letting it control you. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here for you. And there are other people who will support you too. You're not weak for asking for help. In fact, it takes a lot of strength to admit that you need it.
Mike, it really helps to talk to someone who gets it. I was feeling so alone in this, but now I feel like maybe there's a way out. I think I'm going to talk to the counselor tomorrow. I don't know exactly what I'm going to say, but I know I need to start somewhere.
That's a great decision, Jason. Just be honest about what's been happening and how it's making you feel. The counselor is there to listen and help you figure out the next steps. It might also help to write down what you want to say before you go in, just so you don't forget anything important.
I think I'll do that tonight. I'm still nervous, but I know this is something I need to do for myself. I don't want to keep living in fear of going to school. I want to feel confident again, like I can stand up for myself.
And you will, Jason. Taking this step is going to make a huge difference. You deserve to feel safe and respected, and by speaking up, you're taking the first step towards making that a reality. I'm really proud of you for deciding to do this. It's not easy, but it's the right thing to do.
Mike, it means a lot to hear that. I was feeling pretty hopeless earlier, but now I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm still nervous, but I'm also a little bit hopeful. Maybe things can get better.
They definitely can, Jason. I'll be here with you every step of the way. You're not alone in this. Whether you need someone to talk to, or just someone to sit with at lunch, I'm here. We're going to get through this together.
I appreciate that more than you know, Mike. I'm really lucky to have a friend like you. I'm going to take this one step at a time and see where it leads. I just want to feel like myself again, and I think this is the first step towards that.
You're making the right choice, Jason. And remember, it's okay to take things at your own pace. There's no rush to fix everything overnight. The important thing is that you're taking action and standing up for yourself. That's what really matters.
I'm going to take it one day at a time and see how it goes. I'm still nervous, but I feel a lot better after talking to you. Thanks for being there for me, Mike. It really means a lot.
Anytime, Jason. That's what friends are for. You're stronger than you realize, and I know you're going to get through this. Just remember that you're not alone, and there are people who care about you and want to help. You've got this.
Thanks, Mike. I'm going to take it one step at a time and see what happens. I'm still nervous, but I feel like I'm ready to take that first step. And knowing I have your support makes it a lot easier.
I'll be with you every step of the way, Jason. You're not alone in this. We'll get through it together, and things will get better. You've got this, and I'm proud of you for taking action.
Mike, it means a lot to have you in my corner. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to come out stronger on the other side.
You will, Jason. I know you will.